We celebrated Vijayadashmi on 1st of October, and will be celebrating Diwali on October 20th, next Monday. So I thought I will rather take some topic from Ramayan. It's been a long time. I think I spoke something on Ramayan here. So I thought I will take this opportunity to speak on Ramayan because anyway, some festival time related to Lord Ram's pastime also. So we'll be discussing one very special pastime from Ramayan, and I titled it as the best kept secret. Now, some devotee may think of different pastime, some other pastime, thinking maybe that is as a best kept secret. But in my opinion, what we are going to discuss today is the best kept secret in Ramayan. Even in our scriptures, there are some pastimes of the Lord, either it Ram Leela or Krishna Leela. There are some pastimes of the Lord which are generally little sensitive, little controversial also, and people raise many questions on some of these pastimes of the Lord. Why did Lord do that? So we are going to discuss one of such pastime today. So it's a best kept secret. We'll start with invocation prayers. So again, these prayers are some special prayers to invoke the mercy of Lord Ramachandra. So we're going to recite some of these prayers here today, starting with our regular prayers, and then we will go into these special prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langhayate girim Yat kripatamaham vande Sri Guru Dinatarinim Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanyeshwaram Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Ramam Ramanujam Sitam Bharatanujam Sugrivam Vayusunuscha Pranamami Punah Punah Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Patare Namaha Neelambuja Shyamala Komalangam Sita Samaropita Vamabhagam Pano Mahasayaka Charu Chapam Namami Ramam Raghuvamshanatham Lokabhiramam Ranarangadhiram Rajivanetram Raghuvamshanatham Karunyarupam Karunakarantam Shri Ramachandram Sharanam Prapadye Shri Ramachandra Charano Manasa Smrami Shri Ramachandra Charano Vachasa Grinami Shri Ramachandra Charano Shirasa Namami Shri Ramachandra Charano Sharanam Prapadye Manojavam Marutulyavegam Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Varishtham Vatatmajam Vanaryutamukhyam श्रीरामदूतं शरणं प्रपद्ये श्रीगुरुचरण सरोज रज निज मन मुकुर सुधार वरुणौ रघुवर विमल जश जोदायक फलचार बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहे हरऊ कलेश विकार सियावर राम जय जय राम मेरे प्रभु राम जय जय राम सियावर राम जय जय राम मेरे प्रभु राम जय जय राम। श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय, सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की जय। Okay, so with that, we offered some special prayers to Lord Ramachandra, along with Mother Sita, Lakshman, Bharat, Shatrughan, and also Hanumanji. When we are going to speak about Lord Ramachandra, we have to pray to Lord Hanuman also, who is the dear servant of Lord Ramachandra, because without the mercy of Hanumanji, we cannot speak about Lord Ramachandra, we cannot relish about the glories of Lord Ramachandra. So that's why we recited some special prayers invoking the mercy of Hanumanji also. Now, we all just celebrated Vijayadashmi. What does Vijayadashmi signifies? When was Vijayadashmi? October 1st. So on Vijayadashmi day, what is so special? Why is Vijayadashmi celebrated? Good over evil. So Vijayadashmi is celebrated as victory of good over evil, victory of knowledge over ignorance, victory of light over darkness. So on the day of Vijayadashmi, Lord Ramachandra killed the demon king Ravana. What does Ravana represent? So I'm not going to spend too much time on Lord Ram killing Ravana, because that is done. Now, after Ravana was killed, what happened next? That is our topic. But just to have a brief overview of what is the significance of Vijayadashmi, what does Ravana represent? So what does Ravana represent? Lust, greed, anger, pride, envy. So Ravana represents all these vices. So in one sense, Ravana is not outside, Ravana is there in our heart also. And the purpose of celebrating Vijayadashmi is to pray to Lord Ramachandra so that we can get the strength to kill these anarthas, these vices in our heart. We can kill this Ravana who is sitting in our heart. What does Kumbhakarna represents? Kumbhakarna represents lethargy. Meghanath. What does Meghanath represent? Meghanath represents wrong ambitions. He was too ambitious to fulfill whatever his father wanted, even though it may be the wrong things to do. So Ravana represents lust, anger, greed, pride, envy. Kumbhakarna represents lethargy. Meghanath represents the wrong ambitions. So in one sense, Ravana, Kumbhakarna, Meghanath, they're all sitting in our heart. At least I can say all these vices reside in the heart. And the purpose of celebrating Vijayadashmi is to look inside our heart and try to kill these demons which are sitting in our heart. All over the world, people celebrate Vijayadashmi. They create tall effigies of Ravana, Kumbhakarna, and Meghanath, and we burn those effigies. So we celebrate a festival like that. And then people eat so many sweets and snacks and all. And that is the way of celebrating Vijayadashmi. And then everybody goes back to their homes. But the real celebration of Vijayadashmi is when we try to kill this Ravan, Kumbhakarna, and Meghanath sitting in our heart. That will be the real Vijayadashmi. When Lord Ramachandra was trying to kill Ravana, he shoots an arrow on Ravana's head, cuts off Ravana's head. But momentarily, the head appears again. He again shoots the arrow, cuts the head of Ravana, again the head appears again. So Lord Ramachandra again and again try to cut off the heads of Ravana, but again the new head pops up. And sometimes that is our situation also. We come to satsang program, we come to the assembly of the saintly people, we hear from our mentors, we hear from our Siksha Guru and Diksha Guru. They give us instructions. When they give us some instructions, our head bows down in shame. Right? Our head turns down in shame. But then again, after some time, after a few minutes, after a few hours, after a few days, again we are in same mood. We are doing again same wrong activities. So again the head pops up. Again we hear some instruction, our head lowers in shame. But again, sometime later head pops up. So we have all these vices in our heart, and we need to give up these vices. We need to purify our heart. And that is the process of this bhakti yoga. By engaging in this process of bhakti, by chanting the holy name, by hearing Krishna Katha, Ram Katha, we gradually purify our heart so that these heads can be cut off forever, rather than these heads popping back again and again. So to kill Ravana, to cut off the head of Ravana, then Vibhishana comes to Lord Ramachandra and tells him, Ravana has a pot of nectar in his belly. Please shoot the arrow in the belly of Ravana. Then that is the only way to kill Ravana. And at that time, Lord Ramachandra, he takes out the arrow and puts it on his bow and shoots the arrow, which turns into 31 arrows. One arrow going into the navel of Ravana, 10 arrows cutting the 10 heads of Ravana, 20 arrows cutting the 20 arms of Ravana. And that was the final fall down of Ravana. That's how Lord Ramachandra killed Ravana. And that is the festival which we celebrate as Vijayadashmi. So we need to constantly stay in the association of devotees. We need to constantly hear these instructions so that our heads of this lust, anger, greed, pride, envy, lethargy, the wrong ambitions, wrong motives, wrong desires, those can be cut off. Now, after Lord Ramachandra had killed Ravana, what happened next? Okay, so that is our today's topic. That is the main topic. So after Ravana was killed, so you already got the hint. What is the best kept secret? Ramayan. So after Ravana was killed, Lord Ramachandra established Vibhishan on the throne of Lanka. And as Vibhishan is made the king, Lord Ramachandra, before even installing Vibhishan on the throne, Lord Ramachandra first of all sends Hanuman to Ashok Vatika, where Mother Sita is living under a tree, waiting for the outcome of this war. And she is always under anxiety. What is going to happen? Because Ravana is again and again sending some Maya, some mystic things in front of Sita to bewilder her. So Ramchandra sends Hanuman. Immediately go to Ashok Vatika and inform Sita that I have got victory over Ravana. I have killed this demon king Ravana, so that she could be put at peace. So Hanuman immediately goes to Ashok Vatika and he informs Mother Sita that Lord Ramachandra has killed Ravana. He has got the victory over Ravana. And as soon as Mother Sita hears this news, she is very jubilant. She is overjoyed. For a moment, she is not able to speak anything. And as she regains her consciousness, holds on to her emotion, she tells Hanuman, you have brought such a good news for me. I'm overjoyed. There is nothing I can pay to you in exchange of this news. All the jewels of this world, all the pearls and all the wonderful necklaces, everything is meaningless in exchange of this news. I can only give you one blessing. And Mother Sita blesses Hanuman that may you get all the mystic power. May you be endowed with all the mystic power. And whoever read Hanuman Chalisa, in the end there is one stanza. Ashta Siddhi Navnidhi ke data, ehi bar deen Janaki mata. And that is related to this pastime. When Hanuman goes to give this news of Lord Ramachandra's victory over Ravana, Mother Sita blesses Hanuman that may you get all the mystic powers. Ashta Siddhi Navanidhi Ke Data. Ehi bar deen Janaki Mata. At that time, Janaki Mata, Mother Sita blessed Hanuman with this. So Hanuman, after giving, he comes back, and after establishing Vibhishan on the throne, now Lord Ramachandra tells Vibhishan, please immediately go and bring Sita here to me. Please take the nice royal clothes, nice ornaments. Tell Sita to decorate nicely, take the head bath, put on all these nice ornaments and nice clothes, mount on the chariot, and please come here. Now, why Lord Ramachandra is telling like this? Just imagine you have been separated from your wife for a long time, and now all the obstacles are gone. It is time for you to get reunited with your wife. Will you be waiting for any other delays, any other moments? And Lord Ramachandra is telling, tell Sita to first take a head bath, decorate herself nicely with the nice royal clothes and ornaments, and then bring her back here. This is actually, again, goes back in little in the past. Lord Ram said all these things just to fulfill the desire of Vibhishan. What had happened is when Ravana had kidnapped Mother Sita, Vibhishana had opposed Ravana. Vibhishana told Ravana, Vibhishana in one sense giving him a good counsel, he told Ravana that you have done a very heinous deed. Immediately, please return Mother Sita to Ramachandra. Please offer her royal clothes, offer her nice ornaments, and mount her on the nice chariot and take her back to Lord Ramachandra and return Mother Sita to Lord Ramachandra. So Vibhishan had given this counsel to Ravana. Vibhishan had put this desire forward. And Lord Ramachandra is sitting in everybody's heart. He knows in and out of our heart. He knows this desire. So just to fulfill the desire of Vishana, Lord Ramachandra is telling, okay, now go. Tell Sita to decorate nicely and then bring her here. So Hanuman and Bhavishan arranges all these nice arrangements, nice paraphernalia for Sita and gives her the news. Please, this is Lord Ramachandra's desire. Dress up yourself nicely and then mount on the chariot to go back. And Sita is saying, what is the need of all this? I want to go right now. I don't want to do any further delays. I want to go meet my husband right now. And then Bhavishana had to tell, please do as the Lord desires. This is the desire of Lord Ramachandra. Please do the needful. So Sita finally decorates and she is put onto a nice palanquin. And as she comes, first of all, Lord Ramachandra stops from a distance. Why? Let her get down from the palanquin and walk from the middle of all the Vanaras. All this Vanara army, they have assembled on both sides of the pathway. They are jumping on each other. They want to see Mother Sita. This is their first time they are going to see Mother Sita face to face. And they want to see who is this lady for whom they have taken all this trouble, right? For whom they have raised this war. They also want to take darshan of Mother Sita. So Lord Ramachandra told Sita to get down from palanquin and walk in the middle of all the Vanaras so they all can see her. Now, in general sense, if that was a normal scenario, it will be shown as after this whole war was over, Lord Ram killed Ravana and then Sita and Ram united forever. There are some TV series, a newer version of Ravana, where they showed like this. After Ravana is killed, Sita is brought and they both meet together and after that they lived happily ever after. But what really happened? As Sita is coming back, Lord Ram, seeing Sita from a distance, as Sita is getting closer, in the heart, yes, there is something else, but outside, Lord Ram spoke very harsh words. Can you imagine what did Lord Ram say to Sita at that time? He spoke very harsh word. He tells Sita, don't ever think that I waged this war for you. I raised this war to get you back. Actually, I came all the way here, crossing the ocean, to protect my own reputation. So that nobody will claim, nobody will blame on me that what kind of king is he? His wife was stolen by somebody and he could not do anything. So just to protect my reputation, to protect the reputation of Raghuvansh, I took all this hardship. I came all the way here with the help of the monkeys and I defeated this Ravana. But my intention is not to get you back. Was torn apart in her heart, hearing these harsh words of Lord Ramachandra. Lord Ramachandra is saying, I did this just to protect my reputation, but I cannot get you back. Ravana kidnapped you, you were touched by Ravana. He may have laid his hands on you, and you were here in the abode of Ravana. He must not have resisted seeing you in front of him. How can I get you back? How can I accept you back? So these were really harsh words, piercing the heart of Mother Sita. And further, Lord Ram told, I cannot accept you. You are free to go wherever you like. If you like, you can stay here in Lanka under the care of Bhibhishan. If you like, you can stay in Kishkinda under the care of Sugriva. If you like, you can stay under the care of Bharat or Shatrughan. All these 10 directions are open for you. You may go wherever you like. Just imagine all these 10 months of separation when Sita was, first of all, kidnapped by Ravana, this demon king Ravana, and Lord Ram is searching for Sita everywhere. He is searching for Sita, calling out to, Hey Khagamriga, Hey Madhukara Shreni. Kahin dekhi my Sita Mriganayani. Have ever anybody seen my Sita? He is calling to the deers, to the bumblebee, to the flowers, to the creepers. He is asking everybody, has anybody seen my Sita? And now when Sita is here back face to face, Lord Ram is saying, I cannot accept you. You can go wherever you want. So Sita was really torn apart, hearing these harsh words of Lord Ramachandra. And Sita tried to tell Lord Ramachandra, it was not my willingness. I was helpless in that situation when Ravana came to kidnap me. He forcibly took me away. I could not do anything. I cried for help everywhere. But I have always been meditating upon you. I have never taken my mind away from you. I have never accepted Ravana's proposal, any of his allurements. But when Lord Ramachandra, he is just looking down. He is not looking at Sita face to face. He is just looking on the ground. And being completely rejected by Lord Ramachandra, then Sita addresses Lakshmana. He calls out to Lakshmana and tell Lakshmana, Chita me kuru saumitre vyasnyasyasya bheshajam mithyapavado naham jivitum utsahe. So sometimes we blame Lord Ramachandra that Lord Ramachandra actually asked Sita to prove herself, to prove her chastity, to prove her purity. And Lord Ramachandra asked Sita to enter into fire to prove her chastity. That's not true. Lord Ramachandra, from his mouth, he never told Sita, okay, you have to first give Agni Pariksha. You have to prove yourself that you are pure, you are chaste, you are not contaminated. So Lord Ramachandra just told Sita, you are free to go anywhere you want. I cannot accept you. And Sita herself addressed Lakshmana and told Lakshmana, hey Lakshmana, immediately create a pile of woods. Lit the fire. I will enter into the fire. That is the only way to get away from all these abuses or all these accusers which are put on me. Mithya apavado pahata naham jivitum utsahe. I do not want to live any longer. So Sita herself desired to enter into fire. And she tells Lakshmana to create a pile of woods and lit fire. And Lakshmana at that time, Lakshmana seeing the response of Lord Ramachandra, Lakshmana is also surprised. Lakshmana was clueless. He was thinking, what did happen to Lord Ramachandra? What did happen to Bhaiya Ram all of a sudden? He has been calling out, hey Sita, where is my Sita? Where is my Sita? And now when Sita Mata is here, he is rejecting her. And Lakshmana addresses Lord Ramachandra, what are you doing? What are you saying? You were in separation of Mother Sita and you were restless. You did all this endeavor to find Mother Sita, to rescue her, and now you are rejecting her. Ramachandra did not respond and just indicate to Lakshmana, do as she says. So finally, Lakshmana had no other option. Lakshmana obliged and he creates fire. And Mother Sita, as she is preparing to enter into fire, Mother Sita calls, Yatha me hridayam nityam नाप्सर्पति राघवात् तथा लोकस्य साक्षीम मां सर्वतः पातु पावकः. Please excuse me, all these shlokas I have put it here from the original Ramayana as the actual Sanskrit text. I did not have access to the actual English transliteration here, but I have put the kind of a translation here. What does it really mean? So Sita is, before she enters into fire, she is saying, my heart never moves off from Sri Ram. So let the fire God, who is the witness of all the word, protect me from all the sides. She is ready to enter into fire and she is calling out, Agni Dev, if I am pure, if my heart might have never moved away from the lotus feet of Lord Ramachandra, then this fire is not going to do any harm to me. Karmanah manasah nati charabhyam raghavam sarvadharmagya tathama patu pavakam. If I have been unfaithful through my words, my thoughts, my body to Lord Ramachandra, if I have never been unfaithful, means if I have ever been faithful to Lord Ramachandra, manasah karma vacha, then let the fire protect, fire not harm me. So in that way, calling out for the protection or testifying her purity, Mother Sita enters into fire. And that is which is considered as Agni Pariksha, that Lord Ramachandra asked for Agni Pariksha. Now, if we look at one single frame of this incident, we may think, yes, directly or indirectly, Lord Ramachandra asked for Agni Pariksha. So Sita was asked for to prove her chastity, prove her purity by entering into fire. But we have to look back, we have to go back in time and try to understand this past time, why this thing happened, what is the mystery behind this, what is the secret behind this. So we have to understand who is Lord Ramachandra, who is Mother Sita. So we know, right, we all theoretically accept Lord Ramachandra is the Supreme Lord, Mother Sita, she is the Supreme Goddess. They are the mother and father of this whole universe. And Lord Ramachandra comes into this material world, Lord appears in this material world at different times, at different occasions to protect Dharma. Specifically in the case of Lord Ramachandra, what is the reason for Lord Ramachandra's appearance? Manu Maharaj, so going back to the time of Swayambhu Manu. Swayambhu Manu, he has created Manu Samhita. That is a rule book for mankind. And from Manu, we all get the name Manushya. The human species starts from Manu, Maharaj Manu. We are all the descendants of Maharaj Manu. That's why we are called Manushya or Manava, human beings. So Manu Maharaj wrote a law called Manu Samhita, how everybody should live in this world, how everybody should act in this world. And after he has created this Manu Samhita, Manu Maharaj is thinking there should be somebody to show by example how to live in this world. So Manu Maharaj performs a lot of austerities to please Lord Vishnu. And what is the purpose of pleasing Lord Vishnu? What is the purpose of doing this austerity? When Lord Vishnu appears, being pleased by his austerity, Manu Maharaj asked, I want a son like you. Now, when Lord comes in front of us, what do we ask from the Lord? Something which is lacking, something which you are missing. Manu Maharaj had two sons and daughters. He had two sons and three daughters. Uttanapad, two sons were already there, and Devahuti, Prasuti, and Akuti. So 3 daughters are there, 2 sons are there, and he has grandsons also. And Manu Maharaj is praying to the Lord, I want a son like you. What is the purpose? I have created this Manu Samhita, but I don't see anybody who can live by his example. Sakshara, word to word, who can prove by his own example. So I want a son like you, who can show by his example. And Lord says, there is nobody like me. I will myself come appear as your son. And Manu Maharaj appears as Maharaj Dashrath. And in that time, Lord appears as son of Maharaj Dashrath as Ramachandra, to show by his example how to live in this world. That's why Lord Ramachandra is called Maryada Purushottam. He lived to the dot. How to be an ideal king, how to be an ideal son, how to be an ideal brother, how to be an ideal king, how to be an ideal student. He passed the test at every step. But still, because of this one particular pastime, he is blamed on how can Ram reject Sita? How can Ram ask Sita to give up Diksha? How can we consider Ram as an ideal husband? Did he fail that test? So we know Lord Ramachandra came to show by his example. Mrityavataram, Mritya Sikshanam. So Mrityavataram, Mritya Sikshanam. He comes in this material world, in this mortal world, to teach the mortal people. Mrityavataram, Mritya Sikshanam. That is the purpose of Lord Ramachandra's appearing in this world. And who is Mother Sita? So Mother Sita, she is a supreme goddess. Udbhava sthiti sanghar karinim kleshaharinim sarvashreyaskarim sitam natoham Ramavallabham. I pay obeisances to the most, to Lord Ramachandra. Rama Vallabha, she is most dear to Lord Ramachandra. I pay my obeisances to Mother Sita. Udbhava sthiti sanghara karinim. She is the real cause behind the creation, behind the maintenance, and behind the destruction. Basically, Brahmaji gets the power of creation from Janaki ji, Lord Shiva gets the power of destruction from Janaki ji, and Lord Vishnu gets the power of maintenance from Janaki ji. Klesha Harinim, she removes all the obstacles, all the kleshas. Shreyas Karim, and she gives all auspiciousness. So that is Mother Sita. She is the supreme goddess. So Lord Ramachandra and Sita Devi appears in this world to teach the people by their own example how to live, how to conduct our lives. And to fulfill the words of his father, Lord Ramachandra, he agreed to go to forest for 14 years, exiled for 14 years. Because Dashrath Maharaj, father of Lord Ramachandra, he made a promise to his one of the queen, Keki, to fulfill 2 promises. And in exchange of those, she asked for 14 years of exile for Ramachandra and the throne of Ayodhya for her son Bharat. So just to fulfill these promises of his father, Lord Ramachandra goes to forest in exile. And as he is in exile, Sita also continues. Sita also goes with Lord Ramachandra. Now that is another topic, another very beautiful pastime. If you want to go in the details of that pastime, it's a heart-touching pastime. Ram doesn't go alone. Sita Devi, she also says, I will go with you. Lakshmana says, I will also go with you. I don't want to live in Ayodhya. So Lord Ramachandra, Sita Devi and Lakshman, the 3 go to the forest. And they meet many sages there. And after meeting Atri and Anusuya, now I'm going fast forward to our main topic here. Sage Atri and Anusuya in their hermit, Lord Ramachandra continues his journey to the forest. And some sages are accompanying Lord Ramachandra, Lakshman and Sita to the forest to show them the path. As Lord Ramachandra is going in the dense forest, at one place, Lord Ramachandra saw a very horrible scene. He saw a big pile of bones there. Seeing this pile of bones, Lord Ramachandra is surprised and he asks the sages, is this a pile of bones? Whose bones are these? And the sages reply, actually, these are the bones of the sages, of the rishis, of the brahmanas who live in the forest, who perform austerities, the yagyas. And so many nishichars, so many rakshasas, the demons, they attack. They kill these brahmanas, the sages, they eat them up. And this is the remains of those sages, those brahmanas. These bones are the leftover, the avashesh of those brahmanas and sages. And Lord Ramachandra, hearing this, he has tears in his eyes. What is happening in this my kingdom? During my time here, what is happening? The sages, the brahmanas are attacking demons and being harassed by them. Immediately, Lord Ramachandra raised his arms up. Nishicharahin karumahi, bhuj uthaye pranaleen. He raised his arms and immediately made this vow. I will get the earth rid of all these demons. I will destroy all these demons from the face of earth. And as soon as Lord Ramachandra made this promise, so Mother Sita addresses Lord Ramachandra that, my dear husband, my dear Lord, I want to remind you of something. Please don't think that I'm trying to teach you, that I'm trying to give you some lesson. I'm just trying to remind you, I know you are Maryada Purushottam, but there are three things which can cause the fall down of any gentle person. Trini eva vyasanani atra kamjani bhavanti ut. So there are three things which can cause the fall down of any living entity. What are these three things? First one, mithya vakyam tu paramam tasmat gurutra ubho. The first thing which can cause the fall down of any living entity is mithya vakyam, speaking lies. That can cause the fall down. Sometimes we speak lies just to get our work done without thinking the long-term consequences. You can get your short-term some achievement by telling lies, but in long term, it's going to get back to you and give you you have to pay the heavy price for that. And sometimes people speak lie, and to save one lie, they have to speak hundreds of lies. So Sita is saying, if somebody speak untrue words, he's not fulfilling one's promises, that can cause the fall down of a gentle person. What is the second thing? Paradhar abhigamanam. If somebody lays wrong eyes, the ill eyes on other women, prai stri pe kudrishti dalna. If somebody looks at other women with wrong intention, that can cause the fall down of that person. And the third thing, bina vairam charodra. By without having any enmity, showing anger on somebody, without any reason, being angry at somebody, that can also cause the fall down. So these are the three things which can cause the fall down. First thing, telling lies. Second thing, looking other women with wrong intentions. Third thing, enmity towards other without any reason. Sita Devi says, out of these three things, I know first two things you can never go wrong. You can never tell lie. You can never break your promise. Raghuvamsha Reet sada chaliyai, pran vachan na jaye. So you can never speak lie. You can never break your promise. I have full confidence in you. Second thing, also have full confidence. You can never look at other women with wrong intention. You see every other woman as your mother Kaushalya. Even at the time of Lord Ramachandra's wedding, when she married Mother Sita, Lord Ramachandra immediately at that time made a promise, Ek Patni Vrata, not to accept any other woman in future as his wife. Generally, the kings have this custom to marry multiple queens. But Lord Ramachandra made this promise, I will not accept any other woman as my wife later in future, in this Leela, in this past, in this avatar. So I have full confidence you can never go wrong in these two things. But the third thing, now I'm getting this doubt in my heart. Bin varena cha rodrata, that without any reason you have showed anger. That I'm going to kill all the demons on this face of earth. What they have done to you? What is your enmity towards them? So as Mother Sita is telling this, Lord Ramachandra listens and he smiles at Mother Sita. Whatever you are saying is accurate. I completely agree. But now please listen to me. Api aham jivitum jahamyam. I can give up my life. Api aham jivitum jahyam. Tomba sitesa Lakshmana. I can give up you and Lakshmana also. I can give up my life. I can give up you and Lakshmana also. Natu pratigyam samshritya brahmanebhyo visheshata. but I cannot break my promise to protect the Brahmanas. I can give up everything else. If I have to give up my life, I'm ready for that also. If I have to give up you and Lakshmana also, I'm ready for that. But I cannot break my promise. I should have protected these sages, these Brahmanas, without they asking for my protection. But now they have already asked for protection. And I gave the promise also. So how can I give up my promise? So what you are saying is correct. I completely accept, completely agree. But now I cannot break my promise. I have made my. And now this is the part. What is the response of Mother Sita in that scenario? So at that time, Lord Ramachandra, when he said, I cannot break this promise, you are my Sahadharmacharini. Whatever you are speaking is appropriate for you to speak. But I cannot break my maryada, I cannot break my promise. And at that time, Sita says, so that you do not get any your reputation. आपके मर्यादा के ऊपर कोई आंच नहीं आए. Your fame is not tinged by blackish spots. I will also assist you to fulfill your promise. Go to the house of Ravana so that you will get the reason to kill all these Rakshasas on the face of earth, to destroy all these demons. So that was the voice of Mother Sita to help you in your promise. I will assist you. I will go to the house of Ravana to give you a reason to kill all these demons. You know, who is Lord Ramachandra actually? He is the Supreme Lord. When he comes, he is the script writer. He is the director. He is the best writer. Right? Lord Ramachandra has written this whole script. He has directed this, and he is performing the past, and he is performing the acting also in his own Leela. And he is the best actor. He gets so deep actor that he gives himself into the care of Maya Shakti, Yoga Shakti also. And whatever is happening in the Leela, Lord Ram gets completely absorbed in that. So now, as the time is coming for this further Leela to unfold, Lord Ramachandra made his hermit in Panchavati. So in Panchavati, Lord Ramachandra is residing with Mother Sita, and at that time, we know Shrupanakha had come, who wanted to marry Lord Ramachandra, and Lakshmana finally cuts off the nose and ears of Shrupanakha, and she goes back and complains to Ravana. And Ravana makes plan to kidnap Sita, being guided by Akampana. So Ravana's one of associate was named Akampana. Akampana goes and gives this news actually. Then after Shrupanakha has been cut off her nose and ears, and then Khardushan has also been killed, Akampana goes to Ravana and gives news. And Ravana makes this plan that I will kidnap Sita. He want to take the help of Marichi. Again, not going too much into all those details, otherwise we'll be sitting here all day and maybe more than that. So please excuse me, we may go a little longer. Hopefully you can bear with me. Is that okay if we go a little longer? I will try to do as much as possible in time frame, but if we go 5-10 minutes, excuse me. So Ravana has made plan to kidnap Mother Sita. He want to use Marichi as an instrument. He tells Marichi, you disguise yourself as a golden deer. Bewilder Sita and Ram. So Sita will tell Ram to go capture golden deer, and Ram will go away. Then I will go when she is alone and I will kidnap her. Because Akampan had told Ravana, no way you can defeat Ram. If you want to destroy, if you want to kill Ram, the best thing is you kidnap his wife. His wife is very beautiful and he loves his wife. In separation of his wife, he will die himself. You don't have to even fight with him. So Ravana had made this plan. And Lord Ramachandra already knows what is going to happen now. And Ravana cannot even touch Mother Sita. What to speak of touching Mother Sita? Ravana cannot even look at Sita. And what is Krishna telling in Bhagavad Gita? Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam tathav bhajamya. As you reciprocate with me, I will reciprocate with you accordingly. So what is Ravana's reciprocation with Ram? He's trying to cheat Ram with golden deer. Not a real deer, a golden deer, a false deer. Ram says, you're going to cheat me, I'm also going to cheat you. Ye yatha padyante tam tathay bhajamyaham. So you want to kidnap Sita, but you will not get real Sita. So one day, Lord Ramachandra sitting in Panchavati on a nice shila, he knows now the time of separation from Sita is Ramachandra is enjoying the Shringar Ras. Sometimes we think all these rasas are in Krishna Leela, Shringar Ras and all these things that Krishna is doing all these pastimes with Radharani. Actually, some of these rasas are there in Ramayan also, but a very, very limited way. So Lord Ramachandra enjoys Shringar Ras and he decorates Mother Sita with his own hands. He makes ornaments with four and he decorates Sita with those flower ornaments. Because now at the time of separation, Sita is going to go away and Lord Ramachandra want to decorate Sita before sending her away. And after decorating Sita, Lord Ramachandra says, now is time of our separation. But Ravana cannot even touch you. What to speak of touching? He cannot even see you. So now you go under the care of, because it's time for me to kill all these demons. While I am away to kill all these demons, I want to put you in some protected place, some safe place. And what is the safest place? You go under the care of Agni Dev. Why Lord Ramachandra chose Agni Dev? It is said when husband goes away for some task, for some business, he has to be away from house. And wife has to be under the care of either the father or the father-in-law. Either अपने पिता की केयर में और अपने ससुर जी की केयर में. So either she has to be in the care of father or in the care of father-in-law. And Agni Dev is a father figure for Ramachandra. How did Lord Ramachandra appear? Because Dashrath Maharaj performed Putra Kameshti Yagya, and Agni Dev comes out of that Yagya and gives the bowl of pious. So Agni Dev is a father figure for Lord Ramachandra. He's also like as a father to Lord Ramachandra. And Ramachandra is saying now, I need to engage in this task of killing all these demons. In that time, you stay under protection of Agni Dev. So Lord Ramachandra immediately calls Agni Dev and Agni Dev takes with him. So Agni Dev and Agni Dev's wife, what is the name of Agni Dev's wife? Swaha. So Sita actually stay in the care of Mother Swaha. And Agni Dev leaves behind the shadow of Sita Devi, the reflection of Sita, Chaya, what we call Maya Sita, which is exactly looking same as Sita Devi, and she is in behavior also exactly as Sita Devi. So Chaya Sita comes at that place and Sita, the real Sita, goes under the care of Agni Dev. And Lord Ramachandra is telling Ravana, you want to come? Okay, come. The way you are coming to meet with the cheating propensity, I'm going to cheat you also. See, if somebody want to take Lakshmi without Narayan, they cannot handle Lakshmi. Lakshmi comes with Narayan, not by herself. When Lakshmi comes with Narayan, she comes riding on the Garuda. And she provides all auspiciousness. But if somebody is falling for Lakshmi alone without Narayana, you know how she comes? Who is the vehicle of Lakshmi ji? Owl. Lakshmi ji comes on an owl. उल्लू पे आती है और हमको उल्लू बना के चली जाती है. Because somebody gets Lakshmi without by worshipping Lakshmi, somebody gets some material benefit, but they don't want to worship Narayan. Then even if you get the opulences, that those opulences are not going to stay. Those opulences are going to cause the destruction only. And that is what happened with Ravana. Ravana wanted Lakshmi alone without Narayana, and which became the cause of his complete destruction. So Ravana, ultimately, he kidnaps this Chaya Sita. Not the real Sita, he kidnaps this Chaya Sita. And Lord Ramachandra is telling Sita, Tum pavak muh karu nivasa, jo lagi karo nishachar nasa. time being, I'm killing all these nishachas, all these demons. You stay in the care of Agni Dev. जब ही राम सब कहा बखानी प्रभु पद धरी हिय अनल समानी. As Lord Ramachandra instructed like this, Mother Sita, keeping the feet of Lord Ramachandra in her heart, she enters into fire under the care of Agni Dev. Nij pratibimb rakhitah Sita, taisai seal roop subinita. And she left behind Chaya Sita, who is exactly looking like Sita, who is exactly behaving like Sita. Nobody can make out that she is not the real Sita. Lakshmana yah maramana jana, jo kuch charit racha bhagavana. Even Lakshmana did not know anything like this. Lakshmana was far away that time. Lakshmana was not there when this whole thing happened, when Lord Ramachandra was decorating Mother Sita, and then finally he sent Sita in the care of Agni Dev. Even Lakshmana was not there. Even Lakshmana did not know anything about that. Otherwise, what will happen? Lakshmana will cause interruption in Lord's Leela. He will cause some disturbance. Because Lord Ramachandra is going to enjoy the Viraha Rasa also. See, there is Shingar Rasa, there is another is Viraha Rasa. Right? Love in separation. So Lord Ramachandra is going to enjoy this Viraha Rasa, and Lakshmana is going to cause obstacle if he knew all this. He will say, Arey, kya kar rahe ho? Why so much overacting? It's not real Sita anyways. Ravana kidnapped only Chaya Sita. So why this so much overacting? Why you are saying, Ha Sita, Ha Sita? Shri Radha Gopijan Vallabh Bhagwan ki jai, Nitai Padita Pavan Gaur Hari ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai. So Lord Ramachandra made this whole Leela to cheat Ravana in one place. And how do we know this particular thing? Because this does not come in Valmiki Ramayan. Where is the reference that it was not real Sita, it was Chaya Sita? So now let's go back to another scripture, Chaitanya Charitamrita. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, one pastime comes when Lord Ramachandra goes to the tour of South India. While Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is on the tour of South India, he reaches Madurai. Madurai is known as the Mathura of South India. South Mathura. So Madurai is known as Mathura of South India. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes there in Mathura, and that place, there was one Vipra called Ramdas Vipra. He is a great devotee of Lord Ramachandra. And this Vipra, Ramadas Vipra, he sees Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Immediately he is attracted by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That a mendicant sadhu, very effulgent. And he invites Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sir, come to my home tomorrow noon for lunch. Please accept lunch prasadam at my home. Please give me this service. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, hearing his humble request, he accepts the proposal. And next day, sharp at noon, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, after finishing his morning duties, he goes to the place of this Ramadas Vipra. And as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu goes at the house of Ramadas Vipra, he sees this Ramadas Vipra, he is sitting in front of the chula, in front of the cooking spot. But all the ingredients are like sitting like there. He has not done any cooking. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is surprised. So you have called me for lunch, and I see you have not made any preparations. What is your intention? Do you really want to feed me or not? This Ramdas Vipra, he was a great devotee of Lord Ramachandra. For him, past becomes present. He gets so much absorbed into the pastimes of Lord Ramachandra, he completely gives up his external senses. He is out of his external consciousness. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked Ramdas Vipra, Sir, why you have not cooked so far? This Ramdas Vipra at that time was absorbed in the pastime of Lord Ramachandra, that Lord Ramachandra has gone to the exile. Sita and Lakshmana had accompanied Lord Ramachandra, and in the forest, Lakshmana goes in the forest to collect some roots and fruits, and then Mother Sita cooks that, and then she feeds Lord Ramachandra. He tells Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sir, Ramchandra, Sita and Lakshman, they are in the forest. He has gone for collecting the roots and fruit. He has not come back yet. He will come back. Then Mother Sita will cook. Then she is going to feed. So how can there could be any preparation? There is no ingredient. Lakshman has to come back first, bringing these ingredients. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu hears his this particular narration, and he's very happy in the heart, seeing the bhav of this Ramadas Vipra, that he's so absorbed in the pastimes of Lord Ramachandra. He's so great devotee. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also sits down. He waits. After some time, Ramadas Vipra comes out in his external consciousness and he cooks, and then finally he serves to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu takes his meal. After taking his meal, he tells Ramadas Vipra, sir, you also take your meal. Why are you not taking? Why are you fasting? Now, by this time, Ramdas Vipra has gone entered into another pastime. He's saying, sir, I'm so anxious in my heart. I'm so distressed in my heart. This demon king Ravana has kidnapped Mother Sita. He has touched Mother Sita, and I'm so disturbed because of this. I don't even feel like eating anything. I don't even feel like drinking anything. How could this Ravana touch Mother Sita? How could he kidnap Mother Sita? And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tells this Ramdas Vipra, sir, don't worry. Actually, not able to touch Mother Sita. Nobody can touch Mother Sita. All these demons, they cannot even see Mother Sita. Actually, it was not the real Sita. It was illusory Sita which was kidnapped by Ravana. Please hear my words. Please believe in my words. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu pacifies this Ramadas Vipra, and finally he eats, hearing the words of Lord Ramachandra. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he wanted to bring back some reference about this. So after that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continues his journey. He goes to the South India. He comes to Rameshwaram. He visits the temple of Ramachandra. He visits Ramasetu, takes the darshan of Ramasetu. And after that, he comes to reading something from Kurma Puran. And they are reading exactly the same section from Kurma Puran, that when Ravana came to kidnap Mother Sita, it was not Mother Sita, it was Chaya Sita. Lord Ramachandra gave Sita in the care of Agni Dev and left behind Chaya Sita, which was kidnapped by Ravana. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately requested those Brahmanas, please give me a copy of it back. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took the copy of those pages of Kurma Puran, brought it back again, all the way traveled back to Madurai, to Ramdas Vipra, and showed him these pages. Please be pacified. See, here is the proof. It is mentioned in Kurma Puran that it was not real Sita, it was Chaya Sita which was kidnapped. So Lord Ramachandra actually is in complete control. Lord Ramachandra knows all this pastime. He is in full control of his Leela. And who was this Chaya Sita which came in place of Mother Sita? Again, there is another reference. So there was one sage named Kushadwaja. He is the son of Brahaspati. And this Kushadwaja had one daughter. And he trained her daughter in all the Vedic knowledge. And he named her daughter Vedavati, because she is completely trained in all the Vedic knowledge. He named her Vedavati, and this Brahmana, this sage, had a desire that there is nobody else suitable for my daughter. I want my daughter to get Lord Vishnu as her husband. And as the time passes, this Brahmana passes away, and this Vedavati, she continues to live in the ashram of her parents, and she engages in severe austerities to please Lord Vishnu, to get Lord Vishnu as her husband. And one day Vedavati is absorbed in the austerities. Her beauty is so attractive. Even though she is performing austerity, she has jata jut on her head. But she is so attractive. And one time Ravana passes by from that place in his Pushpak Viman. And he sees this girl sitting there and doing austerity. Immediately he comes down. He lands his Pushpak Viman, gets out of his plane, and comes to this lady, Vedavati, and tells Vedavati, who are you? Why are you performing austerities? And she tells, my name is Vedavati, I am performing austerity to get Lord Vishnu as my husband. And Ravana says, forget Vishnu. Look at me, I am Lankesh, I am the king of Lanka, and I can give you all the opulences. You come with me. He was so charmed by the beauty of Vedavati, he wanted to get Vedavati, and Vedavati refuses. I want to get Lord Vishnu as my husband. And Ravana to hold her hair and forcibly try to take Vedavati. And Vedavati, because of her mystic power, she chops off her hair using her hand, as if her hands becomes like a sword and cuts off the hair. Because Ravana was tightly holding onto the hair, she cuts off the hair. Ravana falls at a distance, completely surprised. What happened all of a sudden? Then he gets up and Vedavati tells, because you have touched my, this hair is part of the body, you have touched my body, you have contaminated this body. This body is not fit to offer to Lord Vishnu anymore. I will self-emulate myself. I will enter into fire, but I will become the cause of your destruction. So at that time, Vedavati enters into fire. So because she entered into fire, she goes to the Agni Dev. She goes to the abode of Agni Dev. Now she has Agni Dev for so long this time. And now when this time comes, when Lord Ramachandra tells Sita to go in the care. So Agni Dev takes Sita, real Sita with him, and left behind this Chaya Sita. Who is that? Vedavati. So Vedavati assumes the position of Sita as Maya Sita or Chaya Sita, and she comes there. And she becomes the cause of the destruction of Ravana. So whom did Ravana kidnap? Vedavati, Chaya Sita. Who stayed? Vedavati, Chaya Sita. Now when Lord Ramachandra had killed Ravana, who comes back in front of Ram? Vedavati, Chaya Sita. But whom did Lord Ram want to get? Real. So Lord Ramachandra tells, you are free to go anywhere, O gentle lady. You. Whom he is telling? Vedavati. So before we come to there, now I want to tell you another very beautiful pastime to just prove how much love Lord Ramchandra has towards Sita, and to show that Sita and Ram, they are in full control of their Leela. Ravana comes to scare Sita. He tells you, accept me, otherwise I'm going to kill you. And finally, he gives her 2 month duration. And at that time, by that time, Hanuman has already arrived in Lanka in search of Mother Sita, and Hanuman is hiding in the tree and listening all this. After Ravana has gone back, Hanuman comes in front of Sita. First, he drops this ring. Sita lifts up this ring and see, oh, this ring belongs to Lord Ramachandra. And she searches who has come here. Then Hanuman comes there in front of Sita and tells, I am the messenger of Lord Ramachandra. Lord Ramachandra has sent me to find about you. First of all, Sita gets scared. No, you are another trick of Ravana. You have come here to delude me. I don't believe that you are messenger of Lord Ramachandra. But then Hanuman tells some confidential pastime. And then finally Sita believes. Sita accepts that yes, okay, you are the messenger of Lord Ramachandra. But has Lord Ramachandra forgotten me? Why did Lord Ramachandra forget me? Why he did not do anything to protect me, to get me back? When Jayanta attacked on me, Lord Ramachandra immediately punished Jayant. He sent his arrow behind Jayant. And Hanuman tells, Mother, you are saying Lord Ramachandra punished Jayant. He sent his arrow behind Jayant. Was it really arrow? No, no, actually it was a blade of grass, which Lord Ram sent as the arrow. So it was not real arrow, it was a blade of grass which was sent as an arrow behind Jayant. So Hanuman says, so this time also arrow. Who is that arrow? I am the arrow of Lord Ramachandra. I am come here as an arrow of Lord Ramachandra. Jimmy Amogha Raghupati Karavana Tehi Bhanti Chaliu Hanumana. When Hanuman jumped across the ocean, what did Hanuman say? I am jumping across the ocean as an arrow of Lord Ramachandra. It's not my capability. It is the ability of Lord Ramachandra. He has shot his arrow. Now the arrow is going to hit the target or not. It depends on the shooter, right? Not on the arrow. It depends who shot the arrow. I am the arrow of Lord Ramachandra. Jimmy Gupati Karavana Tehi Bhanti Chaliu Hanumana. So mother, I am the arrow of Lord Ramachandra. Lord Ramachandra has not forgotten you. He always remembers you. And he's making all endeavors to search for you and to get you back, to protect you. Did Lord Ramachandra ever remembers me? Hanuman says, you are saying if Lord Ramachandra remembers you, is there a moment when Lord Ramachandra actually forgets you? And then Hanuman, Valmiki ji has written so many beautiful poetry here. In multiple shlokas, Hanuman talks about the mood of Lord Ramachandra in separation, how Ramachandra is remembering Sita. So Hanuman is saying this to Sita, Na mansam raghavo bhunkte, na chapi madhusevate, vanyam suvihitam nityam, bhaktash mashnati panchamam. Lord Ramachandra is always remembering you. He doesn't even care to eat any palatable food. If some palatable foods are offered to Lord Ramachandra, he doesn't even care to eat anything. Na mansam ragho bhunkte, na chapi madhu sevate. He's not eating any palatable food. He's not drinking any honey. He's just sometimes, occasionally, he eats some roots and fruits, some dry stuff from the forest. And next further, what does Hanuman say? न एव दंशान न मशकान न कीटान न सरिसर्पान राघवो अपनये गत्रा तवद्गतेन अंत आत्मनः. Ram is so much absorbed in remembering you. If a fly comes and sits on Lord Ramachandra's body, he doesn't even care to shoo off that fly. Na eva danshan, na mashkan. Even if a mosquito comes and sucking the blood, Lord Ramachandra does not do any reaction. Na kitan, if some insect comes and gets onto the body of Ramachandra on his foot or thigh, Lord Ramachandra does not sweep him away. Na sari sarpan, even if a snake comes and climbs onto the body of Lord Ramachandra, he doesn't do any reaction. Raghavo apnayet gatra twadgaten antatmana. He is just sitting like this, absorbed in your thoughts. All these bird, flies, insects, mosquito come and sit on his body. He doesn't do any reaction. Nityam dhyan paro ramo nityam shoka parayana na anyat chintete kinchit satu kama vashat gataha. He is all just remembering you and lamenting you. Where is my Sita? Where is my Sita? First of all, he does not fall asleep. Anidra satatam Rama supto api chanar uttama. First of all, he does not fall asleep. If he ever fall asleep, momentarily he gets up. Siteti madhuram vanim vyaharana pratibudhyate. Calling out in a very sweet words, Ha Sita, Ha Sita, Ha Sita. He immediately gets up. So Ram doesn't even fall asleep. He's so absorbed in thinking of you, remembering you. Drishtva phalam va pushpam va yaccha anyetta stri manoharam bahushocha priyeti evam shvasan tvam abhibhashate. If Lord Ramchandra happens to see any beautiful object, a beautiful flower, a beautiful fruit, immediately he remembers you and he calls out, Hey Priye, Hey Priye, Hey Site. That is the mood of Lord Ramachandra. That is the consciousness, how he much absorbed in remembering you. You are asking, does he ever remembers you? But please tell me, when does he ever forget you? So this is the love of Lord Ramachandra towards Mother Sita. And with so much love in his heart towards Sita, where was the question of Lord Ramachandra actually abandoning Sita or asking her to prove her chastity? So who was kidnapped by Ravana? Chaya Sita, Vedavati. Who lived there in Ashoka Vatika really? Vedavati, Chaya Sita. Who came back to Ramachandra after killing of Ravana? Vedavati. Whom did Lord Ramachandra reject? Vedavati, because Ramachandra has took this vow, Ek Patni Vrata, how can he accept Vedavati? Right? He want to get his real Sita. And then who enters into fire as Agni Pariksha? Vedavati. She came from fire. Now she entered back into fire. As she entered back into fire, now we come back to our real story back where we left. So Sita had entered into fire. That was really Vedavati. And as she enters into fire, Agni Dev immediately comes out with real Sita back. And then Agni Dev tells Lord Ramachandra, that please accept your Sita. She is completely pure. Please accept her back. There is no fault in your Sita. And at that time, Chandra, hearing the words of Agnidev, he accepts Sita. So in external Leela, Lord Ramachandra, two motives behind this whole Leela. One thing, Lord Ramachandra, of course, he wanted to get his real Sita back. For that, this was the whole pretext. The whole this arrangement was to get the real Sita back. Second purpose of Lord Ramachandra is to set an example that in future, if this scenario happened, that the woman, now this was not Sita's willingness, she was unwillingly kidnapped by Ravana. She was touched by Ravana. But in future, the time will come when the woman willingly may go away from the house. Right? The woman willingly will go away with somebody, thinking they are running away with Ram, who happens to be really Ravana. So if the woman in future, they willingly go away from the house, they cannot expect the society or the people to accept them, thinking, oh, Lord Ramachandra accepts Sita without any problem, you should also accept us. Lord Ramachandra wants to set an example in future, such time may come. That time there was one Ravana, and that Ravana said, yes, I'm Ravana, I'm enemy of Ram. Now in society, there are innumerable Ravana, and every Ravana thinks I am Ram. Other person is Ravana, but I am Ram. To get away from that propensity, and Lord Ramachandra made all these protects to kind of set an example for others, and also to prove in the eyes of all these model people that she has given the testimony, she has given the trial by fire, she is pure. The fire could not touch her. Today's woman cannot give this trial by fire. They are not as pure as Sita, that fire is not going to do any harm. So Lord Ramachandra is saying, in one sense, I'm not starting it as a tradition that woman has to prove their chastity by entering into fire. But this is just to caution the world that they should abstain from taking such step, that they willingly go away and then expect the society to accept them without any issue, without any problem. So this is the whole pastime of Ramayan, of Agni Pariksha, which is a big mystery. So many people actually find fault in Lord Ramachandra. They blame on Ramachandra. How can Ramachandra be considered as Maryada Purushottam when he treated his wife like this? How can he considered as an ideal husband when he asked his wife to enter into fire to give Agni Pariksha? But we cannot see it in one single frame. We have to see the whole background, the whole history behind this. What was the real motive behind this? Why this whole Leela transpired? So today you have heard this Leela, or you have seen this Leela through your ears. Next Sunday, Krishna willing, you will have the opportunity to see this Leela with your eyes. So we are going to perform a Ram Leela performance and focusing on this particular pastime which we just spoke. We may not be able to cover all the details, all the background, but we'll try our best to depict this pastime for the pleasure of the lordships and for the pleasure of all the devotees. Now, what lesson do we really learn from this? To understand Lord's Leela, just in 2 minutes, I will finish. Please excuse me for going over time. I know you all may be very hungry, but rest assured, Prashadam will be there, hopefully. So what lesson do we learn from here? To understand Lord's Leela, we cannot see with our own eyes actually. We have to understand Lord's Leela through our ears. We have to witness Lord's Leela through our ears. Sometimes people challenge, if God is there, why I don't see God? Have you ever seen God? Can you show me God? But we cannot see God with our material eyes. Arjuna wanted to see the universal form of the Lord. He requested Krishna, can you show me your Virat Rup, your universal form? But he did not challenge Krishna. He asked Krishna with such a humility and said, if you think I am eligible, then please show me your universal form. So we have to have submissiveness towards the Lord. And then also the Lord has to give us the ability. What did Krishna tell Arjuna? You cannot see me with your material eyes. I will give you special vision. I will give you divine vision. And we can also get the divine vision. How do we get the divine vision? So we cannot see Krishna with our eyes. We have to see Krishna through our ears and through our tongue. भगवान को देखने के लिए आंखों से नहीं, भगवान को हम अपनी जिह्वा से और कानों से देख सकते हैं. We have to see Krishna through our ears and tongue. How? So in the scriptures it is said, अतः श्री कृष्ण नामादि न भवेत् ग्रही इंद्रिय, सेवन मुखे ही जिह्वादौ स्वयं एव स्फुत्यधः. Lord Krishna's form, qualities, activities, the holy name, Naam, Roop, Gun, Leela, ityadi, we cannot perceive with our mundane senses. Atha Shri Krishna Namadi na bhavet grahi indriya, sevan mukhe hi jivhadau swayam eva sprutyadaha. When we start rendering service using our tongue, then Krishna reveals himself in front of us. Then we can understand the leelas of the Lord in its reality, in tattva. That's why Krishna had to say in Bhagavad Gita, so janma karma cha me divyam, jo evam veti tatvata. My appearance in this world and my activities, they are all divine. Janma karma cha me divyam evam yoveti tatvata. Somebody who can see this in tattva, who can know this in tattva. He does not have to come back in this material world. He does not have to take birth again in this material world, but he will attain to my abode. So that is what is the instruction given for all of us in Bhagavad Gita. We need to render service with our tongue. Now, how we render service with our tongue? By engaging our tongue in chanting the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So in that way, when we render service using our tongue and engage our tongue in tasting the prasad, which has been tasted by the Lord, by eating that prasad, our consciousness becomes purified. And then the Lord reveals himself in front of us. That is the way to see the Lord. That is the way to understand the leelas of the Lord. Lord Ramachandra Bhagwan ki jai, Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna. Please forgive me for going over time. This is topic on Ramayana, and sometime when I'm speaking on Ramayana, it just goes out of control. Hare Krishna.
Amazing. Excellent. We heard part of it in the past, but this was not that elaborate. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna.